morning, everyone. I would like especially to say something about that beautiful prayer opening, because I think that's what we're about. Life is sacred. It's very sacred. And the seed is sacred. And I don't, if the Institute has done anything in 25 years, I hope that's the message, that it's sacred. Take care of it. We don't have anything but life. And money is pretty nothing when you don't have life. You can't eat money. So anyway, it's wonderful to be here today. And so many of you have supported us through the 25 years. And we thank you. And in today of Thanksgiving and gratitude for Toronto and for Canada and for the love and support of so many people, and for the many volunteers that have kept the Institute going even when we have no money. So whatever you can do to help is appreciated. What I would like to share with you today is it up there?
It's up there.
And now I can't see it. Okay. It's what has been happening in the field of radiation. And it's amazing because life is deep, and the more you study it, the more you find the intricate little things that keep it alive and keep it going. And so I guess, first of all, I would like to honor Dr. Alice Stewart, who is my mentor. And she was a great lady. She left us at the age of 98, and she told me once she thought she was indestructible. And I think she is. She's still living on and still being loved, and her work now, after 50 years, is being recognized. So that's quite, it takes a long time. The society moves slowly, but she has been a wonderful influence. She was the first one in 1955 to talk about not X-raying pregnant women. I'm sure everybody has now realized that she raised this big fuss. And of course the doctors all thought she was crazy and kind of overreacting, but she really wasn't. She was really, now, what we know now, she was underestimating the danger. But it's taken a long time. So we'd like to honor her today. Did you put her picture up?
I did.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Yes. Yes. You probably know that there was a media group that announced the leukemia problems and the Down syndrome at Sellafield. And that's all a part of this story, because Alice was still alive then, and they really tried to discredit the media that broke the story. And right after that, they did a study in France, and they pretty much found the same thing. And they focused on the children, because the cancers that show up very early in life undoubtedly start in in utero. So they began focusing on the 0 to 5-year-old children, and they found the problem in France around their nuclear facility. The next one. Then in Germany, they also found the same problem again. Oh, thanks. They found the same thing again, and the government challenged it. and said it couldn't possibly be true. There's not enough radiation. It's too small a dose to do that kind of damage to a child. And so the government undertook its own study and was going to prove that it wasn't due to the radiation, and came up with the same answer. And came up with the fact that the children, especially within 5 kilometers of the reactors, had an excess of leukemia. And then when they finally had done everything to disprove it, they decided to just say, well, it's got some other cause. It can't be radiation. So it's an unknown factor that caused this. And it just happened to have happened around the nuclear plant. It got to be a little crazier. Now, after that, we of course had the Chernobyl disaster, and the problems around Chernobyl again emphasized what happened to the children, and it was much more than leukemia. They had about 30 times the thyroid cancer. So it's really just been, years and years of trying to make it go away. And now I think it's being shown that Darby, a woman in the UK who tried to prove that the Sellafield was not due to radiation and tried to discredit Alice Stewart's work. She did a study, and she called it the Nordic study of fallout from the nuclear atmospheric testing. And actually there was only data to use from Denmark. And Denmark had been keeping their data on child health from about the 1940s on. And so what she did is she called it a Nordic study, and she added in the other Nordic countries, but they didn't have any data until after 1960. And so she ended up averaging out the fact in Denmark. She made a larger population and then used the rates from Denmark. So that's a mathematical trick. And what has happened now is Dr. Busby has gone back and gotten the original data and has discredited Darby, mostly because all these studies are supporting what the media showed at Sellafield, as well as what Dr. Alice Stewart had shown. I don't know what the order is from the pictures here.
Oh, you went down and then across.